When I joined the European Tour at age 18, I was traveling to Great Britain and playing over there, and got a little bit of the TV coverage here and there, and was just in awe of the place, and always dreamed about teeing it up one day. And you can imagine the thrill at the Langer house when I got that little letter, in early spring, that I get to be invited to play in the Masters in 1982. People really had no clue about the game. It just wasn't popular, it wasn't televised, it was just a minority sport. Boris Becker won Wimbledon the same year I won the Masters. And so that got quite a bit of coverage in the German media. And in Germany, golf always had that label of being a rich man's game. Only the very elite could afford golf. And here you have a son of a bricklayer who couldn't afford to be a member at any of the clubs, winning the Masters tournament. So this was totally different twist of golf. It's not just for the rich and the famous, it's also for anybody and everybody. And so it certainly helped change the image of golf. Seeing the white clubhouse at the end of Magnolia Lane, it was very impressive. It was just so beautiful and so meticulously taken care of. The greens were so fast, it was scary. And one thing I will never forget, I made 11 3-putts in 36 holes. And I was 11 shots behind the leader, so missed the cut by one, but learned my lesson. I fell in love with the course, even though I missed the cut the first time. And I was generally a good iron player with good distance control, so I always thought I could do well at Augusta. It's the highlight of my career as an individual to win, 2 Masters. In 1985, I was trying not to watch the leaderboard, which is difficult to do because they're everywhere. But on one occasion, as I come off the 9th green, I took a quick glance to the right, and I saw this big leaderboard, which was right on 18 green. And I could just see the 2 top names, and it was Curtis Strange. He was maybe 12 under, and I was 8 under, and I was thinking to myself, gosh, you're 4 shots behind, you gotta do something. So I went to the 10th tee, and my mindset was just to be as aggressive as possible. And I just felt red was an aggressive color. It was, like Ferraris are in red. And I felt good in that color. I thought, I'm gonna wear that today and, play the most aggressive golf I can. Yeah, it was very different. 1993, I'd already been a Masters champion. I already knew what it felt like to, go up and put on the green jacket. But this time was even more different in many ways. I had a 4-shot lead. Even I couldn't screw that up. I could make a double bogey and still win. So that was a wonderful feeling. I could actually enjoy playing the 18th hole. The first time I had to still grind away and hope to win. So this was very different. The ovation I got, and my wife was waiting this time in 85. We didn't have any kids. Now she was waiting at the back of the green with our 3rd child, who was just 2 months old. So a lot of things happened in those 8 years. The other thing that happened, which was life-changing to me, is I became a Christian in 1985 after my Masters win. And now it was actually Easter Sunday when I won my 2nd Masters in 1993. And that meant even more to me as a person to win it on the very day when we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. One time we were at the Champions Dinner, and the chairman always says a few words, and it was somewhere along the line, I think we made some great improvements to the golf course and, made the best player win. And if you have any insights or anything that we can do better, let us know. And Arnold Palmer immediately got up the king and said, Mr. Chairman, we noticed half the fairway is mowed away from us, the other half is mowed into us, the grass. So if you land it here, the ball skips and runs 40, 50 yards. If you land it there, it often stops within 10 or 15. So it's a big difference off the tee. And I was looking at the chairman, and he was kind of nodding and making a little note in his notebook, and said, "I think we can fix that, Mr. Palmer." And the very next day, and ever since that, they line up the mowers at the green and they mow it toward the tee. So everything is now into you. So be careful what you wish for. Yeah, I don't need to be known as a great golfer necessarily. I think that just comes with it. But I would really, for my legacy to be that I'm, a good person of integrity and honesty, a good role model. I would think that would be far more important than anything else. There's been a lot of important people in my life that have been very important at a certain time of my career, and you can imagine after over 40 years of participating in maybe the best golf tournament in the world, it's going to be tough to say goodbye, but it is time.